What up, what up, what up? This Ibn Webb, Karan, some here, official thing I got going on here. Essex County all day thing I'm about to throw down here and get busy with. Lynn Smith. Just wanted to say, as far as just doing this, you hear names and everything else is, growing up, and you hear people later on, as far as that you might have missed or what have you. Here, Lynn Smith is one of them. Here, just got opportunity to hear stories from other folks that he's well aware of, that whether he played against or just happened to know here. So this is a pleasure. This is a complete honor for me to have an opportunity to chop it up with him for a minute here. But I'm gonna be quiet, let Lynn get on. Let him talk his talk about his walk, and we're just gonna go from there. Hold tight. Peace, peace. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. How you?
I'm good, man. Trying to make it.
I hear you. I hear you.
Trying to make it.
No doubt. Thank you for doing this, man. Like I said, name been floating around for a quick second too. So just to get you and just have an opportunity to just chop it up for a minute, just hear a little bit about your walk, what have you, man. The pleasure is all mine, man. So thank you so much for doing this.
I appreciate you for having me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to even be on it, to be here in this space, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a few of the podcasts already with, some of the great guards that, I had to go up against and I played with. So, it's definitely an honor, bro. It's definitely
Nah, that's peace, man. And to get to it here, man. I know you got that NY hat on, man. Hopefully, better season next year.
Nah, it's just the color, I'm coordinating.
Okay.
I'm not even really
okay.
like really a baseball fan like that. So
all right. But as far as where'd it all start from you? I mean, you from up top of Jersey, or you from elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, originally it started for me as a young a young lad, I'm gonna say. I was about 5 or 6, living on Clifton Ave, across from Branchwood Park to the cathedral right there. Went to Franklin, elementary school. When I was 7, I moved up on the number blocks, South 8th Street, 11th Street, you know what I'm saying? So those was my stomping grounds after that. I went to MLK.
Okay.
Some of the great smooth sales, you know what I'm saying? Saeed Hudson, those guys. Yeah, man. So, I moved on that side of town, and, but I still, I was athletic, like all the way around the board. Like, I just had an athletic gene. Football, basketball, baseball, track, you know what I'm saying? I was like a 4 letterman, like, throughout my early years, you know what I'm saying? Until I figured out what my real niche was, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what it is. Before we jump to that, man, just your childhood, man. As far as your only child, I mean, you got any siblings?
The crazy part about it is I got a big sister who was like athletic god, Diane Smith, you know what I'm saying? She was a softball all-county girl at Barringer. You know what I'm saying? So, I had like someone to look up to, and, whatever. I got a younger brother, Charles Hall. He was also an all-county selection, at Barringer in 1990. So, like we had an athletic family. So it was the competitiveness when we did play softball, baseball, it kind of went down. You know what I'm saying? It kind of went down. And sis was better than everybody. So, so I had something to shoot for. You know what I'm
saying? Absolutely here. Yeah. So normal childhood is sound like, or however you define normal here, like for the most part?
I can't say it was normal. I mean, when you grow up and I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? Like my biological father was like, he wasn't in the picture, but my brother's dad, since I was 1 year old, that was the father that I knew. So I had a father figure. So I'm not like the average kid who was like, oh, I never had a father, never had a positive role model. I really did. So it was a little different for me, you know what I'm saying? And I had the 2-parent household. My mom's eventually started working. My dad always worked. I mean, it was weird. I was having a conversation with some friends a couple of days ago, and it was like, damn, I didn't even know you had sick days. Because my dad never took off from work. I'm like, damn, like, so when I started got in the workforce, I'm like, sick days, like when they started this, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was something new. But at the same time, like that gave me the structure as a man to just like, to just, my focus was a little different, when it came to anything I did, because of that foundation that was set, from him. So yeah, it was a little different.
And that's real. Just I mean, like you said, whether biological or not, just having a male presence in your life here, man, that pays dividend. You talk about not even know what a sick day is, and just how important it is to have a father or like a paternal kind of figure up in the crib, or just in your life for day in and day out here, and that plays a role on you, even when you're an adult. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know what I mean, with your own seeds and how you want to do everything as well too.
That's a
So.
fact.
I know you talked about getting into some things athletically or what have you here. What was your first love as far as
So
sports
to be
wise?
honest with you, my first love was actually baseball.
Mm,
I was a shortstop. I was small. I could get into. I was getting to everything. Like you hit it in the hole, I get to it, and because I always had speed. I was fast. Like that was my thing. So track was natural. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So I ran track. It's like elementary school. They started in Newark like a track event, like a citywide track event, all the elementary schools.
Okay.
And we go to the school, but I'm running in some Converse, some high top Converse that I play basketball in and everything, bro.
Oh yeah, year round. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Like you had the pair of sneakers, you had to play football, basketball, whatever you had that one pair of sneakers. You know how that shit is. So at the end of the day, like I'm running track in some Converses and some high top cons, man. I win the 100. I do the relay, the 4x100. You know what I'm saying? Cons, bro. We win the whole track meet. So that was like bananas for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was like then the football thing, that was a block thing.
Okay.
When we was kids, it was block to block. We played
Yeah, you
football.
play on the street, absolutely.
Yeah. You knock somebody mirror off, you just keep on playing. Somebody hit their head on a bumper, we just keep on playing. And so in my era, Steelers, Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was a Steelers Cowboy fan, so we had our jerseys on Christmas Day. We outside. We Steelers against the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? That was our thing. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, so it was a block to block thing, and it was like a love and a camaraderie. But once we laced them up, you know what I'm saying? It was like we was enemies at that point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was different back then.
You mentioned the baseball too. Was you nice
Yeah,
at the
I'm
plate? Or
playing
you?
softball now. I'm in the championship game on Sunday. I played, down here in Newark in the softball league.
Okay.
I'm at first base now. I ain't that short no more. I'm getting a little older. And so at the same time, I can't go laterally like I can't go laterally like I used to. But yeah, we in the championship game. It's ironic that the team we're playing against, my son is on. My youngest son, he plays also. He's a catcher for that team. So it's like, I mean, it's the athletic gene is always it's passed down. I just feel like genetically you have it. If you pursue it, then you take it to whatever level you want to take it to.
That's right. That's right. Can you hit? Can you hit?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
I get busy. Man. Yeah, I get busy.
Okay.
Yeah, my glove nice too, and because I'm already a shortstop, so when things come over there, I'm already if I'm gonna stop it no matter what. If it hit my body, I'm gonna go down. I got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Instincts is there. They might be a little slow to react, but they still there.
But yeah, as long as I knock it down, I can get ahead and make the play. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's definitely I think it's definitely genetic though, because even my moms, my uncles, everybody they played softball. My family, that was their thing. Baseball was their thing. So we took it a little different with the football, with the basketball, because nobody else in my family did that. It's more of a baseball background from like Alabama. Like all my uncles, they had a whole team because my mom had 7 brothers, 7 sisters. Like it was 14 of them. But they had a whole baseball team. You know what I'm saying? So that was the start of our history as, you know what I'm saying, with the athleticism, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was.
Nah, you talked the baseball, Branch Brook Park. I just remember Babe Ruth and being down there, all them fields down there and playing.
Yeah, then that Rick Cerrone league. And
Yep.
ironically, when I got the manager, right, baseball was on my mind because that was my thing. I felt like I was going to pursue that. And then I was like, me and one other guy that was black on the team. And it was just like, the language barrier was just like, it was overbearing. So I ended up quitting the team, you know what I'm saying? I didn't pursue that aspect of, of my dream, because initially that was my dream, you know what I'm saying, to do something, dealing with baseball.
Yeah. When did you first start playing any sport, like as far as in any leagues, or how you?
As far as any leagues, I played in Green Acres on Lions Avenue.
Okay.
It was a 13 and under, 11 and under, something like that. We had a team from our block. Just all guys from just the neighborhood. Like nobody that was like that was known, nobody that was, you know what I mean? Because at that age, nobody really had a name. Because that's before the small fry. That was before, you know, like when they started having that over there, St. Rocco's and all of that. So we went over, we played in the league, we ended up fighting our way out of there, you know what I'm saying? One of the games, we got to a whole all-out brawl just to get out of there. You know, at that age, that's like, you know, that was traumatic. You feel what I'm saying? We ended up winning the league. We won the whole league or whatever. And then, so coming into high school, when I got there, you know, JV tryouts or whatever, you know, because you know you had to do JV in my era. It wasn't no you going straight to varsity. I don't care how good you was, you played JV. You know what I'm saying? You sat on the bench for varsity. But when I got there for tryouts, the coach had my name already. You know what I'm saying? Coming from elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Coming from elementary school, they knew who I was. Because we had a team. We played some scrimmages. We didn't even play no games, but that summer league skyrocketed me into like to coaches knowing who I was coming in. And I was small. I was about 5'7", 5'8" at the time, you know what I'm saying, before my growth spurt. So at the same time, but I always could jump. I always had like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I always had hops. So coming in there, you know, like defensively, I was a pest. And, you know what I mean? I was able to distribute the ball, you know what I mean? So I was able to get on the floor. So we won the JV tournament. You know what I'm saying? My sophomore year, we won the county tournament. You know, the county JV tournament, that was major.
That's a big deal. Oh, yeah.
You know, that was major. Montclair. So, yeah, when I got to Barringer, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knew who I was, but it didn't really matter once I got there based on who the coach was. And that kind of, like, pushed me to be, like, the resilient person that I was later on in life as far as basketball was concerned, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Nah, even, I mean, just freshman, you said 5'8", 5'9", but just coming in, coach hearing your name here, so that had to bring some type of feeling to you, like, okay.
Yeah, because and the thing is, I found out my elementary coach, you know, was friends with, you know, the JV coach, and he just was like, yo, I'm gonna give him a real look, you know what I mean? Because, you know, most of the times, like, you know, going to Barringer, and like I said, I was living on like South 11th Street, so I had to walk all the way down to Barringer. That was a whole nother situation down here. And we had Barringer Annex, which is down 7th Avenue.
Right.
You had to walk all the way down there. So, you know, we talking about people from the north already. We talking about Grafton, you know what I'm saying, down the Broadway area, the 7th Avenue guys. They kind of was like from McKinley and all that. It was a lot for those spots over at the high school. And for me to come in and, you know, just get on the team, that was cool as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Didn't play a lot. Sophomore year, you know, I was able to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like 15 and 9, you know what I'm saying? 15 points, 9 assists, able to distribute, playing with, you know, some phenomenal players like Eddie Williams, Ronald Twitty, you know what I'm saying? My backcourt mate, and then like, you know, Eddie was able to go to the varsity level as a sophomore, like, and get minutes, you know, because he was just that talented. And we ended up like the end of the year, having a whole varsity now, you know, because varsity, it was like 12 and 15 or something. So coach was like, oh, I'm gonna see how JV do. We started winning games. Like, so we ended up like 500, like trying to compete. We had a state game and all that as sophomore. So that was different. And then I think like you know, like I'm this whole interview, I'm gonna stress to you, like, the coach that I had, I want to thank him. I want to, like, you know, praise him, you know what I'm saying? Because the coach he was, or the lack thereof, like made me the player that I was. I probably just would have been an average player. I never like would have pushed myself to the level of greatness that I feel like I achieved. You know, once I you know, left Barringer and went to Champlain, St. Francis, you know, all of that, playing in DR. You know, I wouldn't even have took it to that level if he hadn't have been that the coach that he was. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, that's real. But and even walking into Barringer, did you know some of the history walking in there?
You know, the crazy part of it, my sister, like I said, my sister was already there. She's a softball legend, like whatever, Allison Rowe, you know, Alicia Barnes, you know, these are young ladies that live in my area that play softball along with my sister. And you got Phil Garrett, who's right there in my hood. He's a legend in my hood, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I knew like what, you know what I'm saying, some of the guys that were before me, you know, the Jerry McMillans, you know what I'm saying, the Troy Chandlers, you know what I'm saying? So
Edgar Jones and all of those
was to live up to the billing that they had.
Okay.
You know, to try to be as good as they were. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. Like, so I was pushing myself to be them and greater, you know what I'm saying? So the people that was there in the school with me, I'm looking at it. So my whole thing was like, wow, like they not even good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you always see yourself in a different light. But
Right.
to know like, oh, you a 12 and 15 team and you got an undefeated JV team, like give us the opportunity to, to compete against, the varsity level. It can't get any worse. I mean, you might salvage the season because it's already salvaged. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all already stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? That really what it was. So at the end of the day, it's just like I would compete against those guys in East Street Playground consistently to try to get my game better. The Ralph Georges, the George Briscoes, like anywhere they was at, I wanted to be because I wanted to hone my skills, to take from them and make me the player that I was, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Now, was you, I know you mentioned that sophomore year, you guys jumping up in there.
Yeah.
The summers, what did you do during the summers as far as
during the summers, Branchwood Park, that was our thing, man. I was with franchise, they had the Sonics. Most of the guys from East Orange played with the Sonics, the Earl, Pearl, Lynn, and all of them. You know what I'm saying? They was all with the Sonics. We banged out every summer, and for some kind of way, like they always beat us, man. Championship game. They had Lolly coaching them. They always would beat us, bro. Like I was like, damn, like man, that just fueled me. And then we played them like during regular seasons. You know what I'm saying? So it was a love hate, but it was the love overpowered it. You know what I'm saying? Like those are some of my closest friends to this day, though. Like.
No, that's real, man. And then even so, going into junior year, you get to start nine, and it's a go from there.
So going into junior year, I feel like it's a given. Like at the end of the sophomore year, I show you, what I could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting 10 and 5. I'm distributing. You know what I mean? I'm a quintessential point guard at that time. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me, I'm getting into who I really became. And so junior year, I'm going through some changes with, because we got the coach. I'm gonna keep, going back to him and his wife. She's at all our games. She's vocal. He's making decisions based on whatever she has to say. You know what I'm saying? Like in the stands or whatever. So it's just like we're clashing because at the end of the day, she's able to speak to us, talk to us any kind of way and whatever. And so that was an issue. So I really didn't play a lot. And when I did play, like I showed flashes of brilliance. We played St. Anthony's at our home. So they got Kenny Wilson, #1 player in the state. He come through there. He's having his way with us. Well, you know what I mean? So, but we're playing him close. You know what I'm saying? That the other guy that he got in front of me in foul trouble, he can't guard him. He's in foul trouble. Like I said, defense was the way I was tenacious defensively, you know what I'm saying? At that size. And once I started growing it, I became like a real problem defensively. Like I can control games with my defense, right? So I get in the game, fourth quarter, end of the third, fourth quarter, we playing St. Anthony's. So I get in the game. I'm nervous. This is the #1 player in the state. I know who he is. Street and Smith. That's where they had Street and Smith.
Yeah, the Street and Black. Yeah.
I do a move. I spin away from him. He reach around. He get it. He going the other way. I chase him down. He landed up. I pin it against the glass. I bring it down. I take the deep breath like. I get all the nervousness out of me. Whatever. I go down. I'm at him. Like, I finished the quarter 12 points, 6 assists. And, my guy from my hood, Leslie Goods, they call him Ice. I penetrate the lane, ditch the ball to him. He get fouled. He hit 2 free throws. We beat St. Anthony's. They #1 team in the state. We beat them 50-48 at Barringer, like, you know what I'm saying, with the squad that we had. And that was just like, that was everything for me. I'm like, yeah, it's my time. So even after that, it's like, it's my time. He got to give me the reins. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a point guard. He got to let me go. The next game, I don't even play, bro. Like those are the type of mind games that he was playing.
For no reason at all. For no reason at all. You just
that's what I'm saying though. Like it was all mental. Like he was like, I didn't understand it until later because like I said, it fueled me to just like to force you like there's nothing you can do to keep me off this court. Because I'm gonna do everything I can. You can't have no excuses to say, oh yeah, you was late for practice. Oh, this happened. oh, your grades. My grades was always phenomenal. I was always in one of the top classes, whatever, dean's list in college. Like, so that wasn't it. So at the same time, it was just like, man, like, I didn't figure it out till I was an adult though. So at that time, I harbored like feelings towards this man the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, wow, what is it though? I couldn't understand it. I mean, like, I really don't understand it now, but it helped me though.
Okay.
It fueled me to be like a whole different animal though. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, why you always got a chip on your shoulder? And when Joe Folks is a player against me in the summer league, like, damn, why you playing defense this hard? The chip on my shoulder was different. Like, I played harder than anybody else. That's what made me as competitive, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the greatest handle or whatever, but that fueled me to like be among the elite players. You know what I'm saying? So that was different, though. And that's why I said I thank him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I don't harbor no issues, no feelings, no whatever. But in that moment, I hated him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh, thank you. I had to thank him. I see him years later. We have alumni games. So I appreciate you, man. Like, because at the end of the day, I might have been a D3 player, not, you know what I'm saying, a point guard on a D1 level. Like, you know, recruited by the UNLVs and all that when they had the Greg Anthony's and all of them. I wouldn't have been that guy. You know what I'm saying? I would have been a guy playing at Upsala College right there, commuting to school every day, whatever. I don't know what my life would have looked like because those are the only letters that my coach gave me. And I know in that 1 year, that senior year, when I went off, I averaged 20 and 10 my senior year, you know what I'm saying? Like all Essex, all county, all state, like, you know what I mean? All North, like all that. And that's in one season. So imagine if you hadn't gave me the reins in the sophomore year, like how elite I would have been. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Nobody makes that jump from not playing at all to being like, you know what I'm saying, a top 15 playing Essex County with the Franz Volsies, the Fred Matthews, the Jamal Pearsons. That's the year I graduated. You feel what I'm saying? The Ala Abdel Nabis. The go, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. So you can't tell me like, oh, it was me or I couldn't play or whatever. Like, so, you know, my play spoke for itself. So I was okay with that. You know what I'm
saying? And speaking of it, how crazy was it just playing in the North schools and everybody? Just how crazy and fun that was for you?
Yo, so the thing is, it was just like, we're best of friends prior to this game, but then in that game, man, we tooth and nail. We got some of the same girlfriends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like one of my first girlfriends was at Weekway High, and you know what I'm saying? It was so competitive.
Yeah.
And we just was like, we always said like, oh, we had one high school. Because you know, Montclair got the one high school. These people got one high school. Like how competitive we like nobody had beat us. Like, because you figure like the competitiveness, you got 15 players, and we just go at everybody's neck. That's just what it was, though. You know what I'm saying? But it was beautiful, like, you know what I'm saying? Just to get those friendships. And then now, like, we cool years later, 30, 40 years, we still, like, you know what I'm saying? And see those guys and they like, and to know, like, how much they respected you, they'll tell you that now. But in that moment, you know what I'm saying? You don't get that. You don't get that feeling of like the younger generation coming up to me. It was like, I modeled my game after yours. You never stop. You hustled on every play, whatever. That meant everything to me, bro. Because I never knew, like, anybody saw me in that light because of how I felt my coach saw me. You know what I'm saying? So I never thought nobody else saw me in that light. So I was like, wow, yo, like, it kind of had me emotional, kind of brought me to tears, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, phenomenal players was like, yo, man, you the reason why I became the guy that I was. The Elijah Allens, and the Lance Allens, those guys was like, yo, bro, I would sit there and watch you, the Rob Jacksons from Shabazz. Like, he was like, yo, I was in the audience watching you, like, oh wow, man. And then like that was phenomenal, man. Like, it did my heart some justice. Like, I really can say that.
And because you had the city, it was still the city league.
It was the city league. Yeah.
Who'd you enjoy going up against most back then?
Yo, for me, to be honest with you, like we played Shabazz. They had Al Ray Blackman and Reggie Collins in the backcourt, right?
Yeah.
So they had Big Antonio and they had Anthony Avent. So you can imagine that size. And then they had the one other guy, he was about 6'5". So that was their lineup, right? So it was me and Fa. We got Water, Roger McIver, and we got Bruce Simpson. Our center is 6'3". So imagine like we was 21-3 my senior year, right? With a 6'3" center. We lost in every championship game because we didn't have that paint presence to like to deter people from going inside. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't getting blown out or anything, but it was just like that size eventually won out. Like we played Bloomfield at our high school, senior year, Abdel Nabi. He came in 6'10", his coach talking crazy. Yeah, man, my guy's gonna make millions one year. Oh yeah, we need these lights a little brighter. You got to change the light bulb. Yeah, we had a 45-minute delay of the game to change light bulbs in the gym, bro.
That's crazy.
So you know how that fueled me? And we just lost Eddie Williams, father. We just lost him to his grades. He didn't have any grades to play in the state tournament, right? He's averaging 17. I'm averaging 19. But he's the best player that I've ever played with or against, to be honest with you. If I want to be real honest, his skill set, he didn't lack anything. He had everything. He could shoot, he could dribble, he could pass, he could defend. His long arms just made him just like, he came up with steals I couldn't believe. And then like my athleticism, I kind of changed that point guard position because they threw me lobs. I used to catch lobs. And so at the end of the day, like it was crazy how we just pressed everything because we ain't had no sides. So we pressed all game, press. But yeah, bro, like that fueled me crazy. Like that right there. I don't know. I had to give Foz props, man, because I mean, like even I played with Anthony Mason, the Speedies. I played against the Rod Stricklands, the Mark Jacksons. You know, I got the record in the Summer Pro League in arms, the 72 points. I got that record.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I played against the best, and I'm like, damn, yeah, he was that, man, the best player that I ever played with or against, and that's just like hands down. I can't sit here and like even waver it or just who else can I say? Like, nah, that's just me being honest. And then like, you know, different obstacles in life that lead him to achieve his greatness. But at the same time, like he was an elite skilled person, NBA player. If he had just stayed on the path that I stayed on, he was a pro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is.
Those 3 L's you said you took senior year, you remember who they was against?
Yeah, we lost against Montclair twice.
Now they had Fred then too.
Yeah, bro, they had Quintus McDonald setting screens, man, like giving me headaches every time. Man, they had, like I said, they had Sean, they had Fred, they had Kyle England. Man, they was athletic, they was big. And every tournament, like, you know, it was the Christmas tournament. We lost to East Orange because, you know, Far came late. We had a night game at Bloomfield High. He showed up late. We was winning, like, because, you know, our young team was feeding off my energy. Before I came, he tried to make up for lost time and, you know what I'm saying, started, you know, trying to do too much. But at the same time, we lost against East Orange. We lost against Montclair. And we ended up losing against Elizabeth in Group 4, in the Group 4 final. You know, that's when they had Chris Gatlin. They had, you know, Candelino, you know what I mean, Mike Goodson. You know, they had that squad. Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? They beat us 50-48, bro. Like, you know, it wasn't like nobody manhandled us with no size. And that's the thing, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to give ultimate respect to the guys that I played with, because for our size, like, we got it done. Like, collectively, like, you know, we was a unit. Like, it didn't matter who scored, what point, whatever matchups we had, we made it do what it do with that same coach that I keep referring to. So at the same time, you know, yeah, big ups to them, man. You know, Roger McIver, Delvin Meeks, Ronald Twitty, Bruce Simpson, you know, Eddie Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's that squad. You know, and Nate Bradley, he came off the bench. He was my quarterback at Benjamin at football because I played football too. I was all city, you know what I'm saying, for football and all that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was that squad, man. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing right there, though.
Let me ask, for football, what positions did you play?
Oh, I played split end, punt return, kick return. I was the backup quarterback. I played safety. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? We didn't leave the field at that time. You know.
And it's crazy back then. Was it just school and Utterman stadiums back then too?
Yeah, it was school stadium and Utterman Field. Yeah,
stadium,
Utterman Field. And then we came up to Paul Robeson now, but we used to come up there to y'all field for the Thanksgiving game, the East Orange Manager thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Playing in that, I mean, that's just legendary.
Wow,
Some Thanksgiving.
And the crazy part of that, man, it was like, yo, we started our game out. We had a game plan. We went against that because it started raining. We was gonna throw the ball a lot. I was about to get it crazy. I was about to go crazy on them, man. So it was just like, so it changed the whole complexion of that. So that game was 6-0. They ended up getting an interception on our first drive, like inside the 20. They ended up scoring. they got a touch. I think it was Kier Simpson, one of the Simpsons. They all of them was there. Like, all of the brothers. You know what I'm saying? They was all running backs, and they was all phenomenal athletes. You know what I'm saying? I had to give them props to them too. Yeah, they scored 6-0, and it was just one of those dog fights. A lot of handoffs, a lot of So we took that L. They got the left foot kicker trophy. You know what I'm saying? It hurt. It definitely hurt, right? It definitely hurt.
Let me ask, with the whole punt return and kick return, you ever took any to the house?
Yeah. And the crazy part of that is, like, we started our senior year off. We played that first game, and I fractured my wrist, so I missed 3 games. Okay. I still ended up with 7 touchdowns that year. You know what I'm saying? So I only played 4 games. I had a punt return and a kick return. You know what I'm saying? So I had elite speed, 4.45. You know what I'm saying? At that time.
No, that's what it is, man. I know. When did college start entering your mind? Like, hey, I could do this. I could go play somewhere.
You know, the realest part of that, college really wasn't on my mind.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, like I said, my sister, she was already. My sister's 4 years older. She was already, I was in the 8th grade. I used to go up to Barringer to watch her games, cheer her on, her softball thing or whatever. And she, like I said, she was an elite athlete. She went to Montclair State. And my mom's, at that time, she a single mother. I didn't feel like she could financially sustain the both of us away from home with her household to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So, when I finished my senior year, like I said, I only got letters from, like I said, Upsala King, Charlie Brown. Thank you for recruiting me. You know what I'm saying, for Jersey City State. His son Mark Brown, phenomenal. The Division III, schools, was the only letters that, my coach handed me. But I later found out that, there was other schools recruiting me. He just never, I guess he didn't feel like I could play on that level. And that's why I say that fueled me to just be like a whole different animal, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So I was out of school. Like, when I graduated high school, like, I wasn't even thinking college. Because at the end of the day, like, I didn't feel like I was a Division III player. And that's just being honest. No knock on them. There's been some phenomenal D3 players, the Greg Grants, the Horace Jenkins, my boy Herm Austin, you know what I'm saying? Phenomenal. We had wars, me and them. You know what I mean? When I became like an off guard / lead guard, I had to guard the best, you know what I'm saying? Because I told you, defensively, that's how I got on the floor. So with that being said, I started working at a paper company. I was working there for like a year or so. And then I went to, the North Wild was where everybody went. You know what I'm saying? We had the tryouts for AAU. I went
you played AAU?
Yeah, I did. I played for the North Wild, yeah. I did. I played for the North Wild.
With B and everybody, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was Mr. Wembley prior to
Wembley.
Yep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? B had the 17 and under, and Mr. Wembley had the, our age group. So I went down and I competed against everybody that I was playing against in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I had a scholarship offer from Champlain College, a junior college up there. The guy offered me the scholarship, and I explained my situation. He held my scholarship until that following year. So I ended up going there. Dennis Conaway was there from North 13th Street Tech, Big Ice. You know what I'm saying? JR, James Roberts, he was from St. Benedict's. It was 8 guys from New Jersey that was there, so that my transition was a little different. You know what I'm saying? When I went up there, I did go there in 88. I graduated in 86, so I ended up on campus in 88. And that changed like the trajectory of my life, though, to be honest with you. I got on campus, and it was different. It was a shell shock because it was just 8 Black folks, which is us on campus. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's Vermont. It's Burlington, Vermont. It's cold. The environment was the most beautiful thing. It molded me into a different man because I got to see a different side of other folks that I've never been around. So all I saw was the negativity on TV or what my mom may experience because she's from Alabama. Like, you feel me? So the racism or whatever, I didn't face that when I got to Vermont. They embraced me with love. You know what I'm saying? And they made sure I was good. They honed me into like a better player. You know what I'm saying? Like, they helped me with my shot. My elbow used to stick out. They had my shit in. Like, it was a lot of things that they transitioned me into and made me believe I was an elite player. I was a Division I player, you know what I'm saying? So freshman year, I get there.
Can I ask a question for the freshman year? Do you think those 2 years helped you mature wise to be able to deal with that?
It did. It helped me mature. I grew. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was probably when I was leaving high school, I was probably like 5'11", you know what I'm saying? I eventually grew to be like 6'1", 6'1.5". But those 2 years helped me mature and appreciate life though. So when I got there, I was mature enough to handle anything that was thrown my way. And I had a son at that time. I just had my son Quan, my oldest son. I just had him, and I was leaving to go to college at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that really had me. It's just like, it's not about you. It's about your son now. You know what I'm saying? So everything you do, it's about him. Like all your decisions, you know, everything that you do is about, you know what I'm saying, your son now. So going to that freshman year, yeah, I was pressing for time. I really got on campus, and I was like, I'm here to make a statement. I'm here to and the coach had a pipeline coming from St. Anthony's. You know what I'm saying? So so the point guard that backed up Bobby Hurley was there. Drew Solomon, he was there. He was the start point guard his freshman year. Now he's a sophomore. I'm a freshman. I'm coming in, and I'm pressing him. Coach, he should have sat down. Like, you know, that's just me. I'm just being honest. Coach he should have sat down, but he couldn't break that relationship. And he sat me down and explained it to me, and I respected him for that. The fact that
you learned the business, start learning the business.
That's when I learned. That's when I learned the political aspect of like all things. Like, even, you know what I'm saying, life is political. Like, you know what I'm saying. So at the same time, he'll play like 3 minutes into the first quarter. Boom, you know what I'm saying? I'm already subbing in for him. So he knew what it was, but at the same time, the respect you, the sophomore, you from St. Anthony's, like, I'm gonna start you, but he would makes this team go, like, you know what I'm saying? So we had a 3-guard offense. We had John Robinson from Orange High. Al Grant. Al Grant was our swing man.
Rest
we
in
had
peace,
Dennis Conaway and James Roberts. So all of us was from the area. Like, we got busy. As soon as I got in the game, he was like, man, everything was stagnant. And I sub in, like, let's go. I'm running, pushing that down court, distributing, because I got all people that can put the ball in the basket. You know what I'm saying? I get mine when I get it. That was a phenomenal experience, man. Like, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change that for anything in the world, man. I was two of the best years of my life. And then they meet John. You know, Al passed away. And James Roberts, he passed away also. And Dennis Conaway, which is our center, Big Ice, he passed away. So it's like me and John Robertson. That's, you know, from that, you know, that starting five. So that was a tough situation. Like, you know, it was beautiful, but then it was like, you know, you get homesick, because I mean, I never really been away from home except for on AAU trips. But not for that extended period of time. And now you got to wash your own clothes. You got to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you figure out this $50 your mother sent you. You got to make that last till she can send you some more. You know what I mean? It was just my mother, so it wasn't like, you know, she had no assistance at that time, because my father, you know, my brother's dad had passed away, so, you know, I didn't have that outlet to use for support. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now, even that sophomore year, if I recall, I remember talking with J. Rob. I know that y'all went on a nice little run.
Yeah, we went on a nice run. We went to the Hutchinson, Kansas. We won the regional regional championship. I'm first team all region. John was second team all region. We had 2 other guys. Al was on all region. Another guy, Gary Lancaster from Connecticut. Like, so we made a difference in that region that year. We get down to Hutchinson, Kansas, you know, for the Elite 32, I think it is, or 16. We ended up finishing third. You know what I'm saying? We went to the Final Four. We finished third when the last game we lost to Elmore Spencer and those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got a chance to guard Latrell Sprewell too. You know, he was down there in that whole tournament. You know, maybe before he went to Alabama, he was at Three Rivers Community College.
Okay.
6'5", you know, getting busy. You know, he was killing our wing players. Like I said, I was at the 1. He was killing our wing players. Like, let me see if I can slow him down. You know what I'm saying? He had 31 and 10 on us, man. So it didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? He got busy. But that was phenomenal, man. Like, John, as a backcourt, like, I've had some phenomenal backcourt mates, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So with between, you know, Eddie Williams, and then I had John Robinson, you know, then me and Mike Boyd, the 3 of us hooked up in the summer pro league up there in Orange, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I was guarding the small forward, you know, they was playing, you know, Mike was at the 1, John was at the 2, so I was more a little off guard at this time. That's why I had the 70 points. I had 45 to start that fourth quarter, and the record was 62. Smooth Sales had it, you know, my bro from, we grew up together, Barringer High alum.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they gave me the ball every time down, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna break this record today, you know what I'm saying? So that was a phenomenal moment too, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like keep skipping all around, you know
Oh
what
no, we
I'm
good.
saying?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna circle back to that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get to that now.
Yeah.
Now the looks that's off that second year over in JUCO here.
So that
How the looks
second
start
year,
coming in?
man, like I get down to the tournament and you know, like I said, like I didn't fear any player. So we get there and we're like the surprising Beavers. We upset a team that had two Kentucky commits, Eric Manuel, Orlando Lightfoot. These were guys like he had the SAT scandal where somebody took his test for him. You know, I don't know if you remember back then.
Mm-hmm.
He had somebody take the test for him. But he was a phenomenal player. We upset them, upset someone else. Like, so we in a mix. Like, we down here like making noise. So we get back to the hotel, and it's like folks calling the hotel phone. Like, I'm not used to this, man. Like I said, I'm getting upstate college letters, whatever. But I'm down here in the mix with the elite players in the country. I got Jerry Tarkanian on the phone. He was trying to recruit me from UNLV, bro. I'm like, I got Clemson, I got Florida State, I got like elite. So I'm like, oh man, like who? And you know, he got the crazy voice, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't Tark. Hey, yo, you heard me? I'm like, yo, this ain't Tark. He like, yeah, man, yo, bro, I see you tonight. And you know, they had Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt, you know, in the backcourt. He wanted me to like spell either one of them in the backcourt, like, you know, to come down. But like I said, ultimately, my decision was based on me having my son. So I had the Wagners, the St. Francis, you know, all of the FDUs, all the schools back up here. So St. Francis had like housing, individual housing. They gave you a stipend to pay your rent. They gave you like money to survive, like for the month. And I had a son. So my decision was based on having my son. So I chose St. Francis, you know what I'm saying? I came back here. I knew I was going to start right away. I knew like the coach was like, the ball is yours. He's sitting in my living room like, yo, here, I'm going to give you, he had the ball in his hand when he came to my house. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, so that, you know, that from going from the coach that I had, every other coach after that, like really appreciated who I was as a player and as a person, you know what I'm saying? So that meant a lot to me though. You sitting in my living room and you're like, and he had like some fictitious keys. Or here, the car's yours to drive. Like, you know what I mean? Like they had
You sure he ain't pass you a whip?
Nah, I wish they would have. You know, that St. Francis ain't had no money then, but I mean, in the NIL, like day of today, like, yeah, I would have been all right. I would have been good. Because they had our jerseys in the bookstore, all that. So I'm like, man, like, y'all did me dirty, man. Like, you know, it was only me and one other guy, this kid, Ryan Arnold, phenomenal player out of Rice High School. Yeah, bro, he used to get busy too, though. He was like Bronxboro Player of the Year, 2-3 years. He went to Xavier, came back. You know, I guess it ain't work out, and you know, we got busy at St. Francis together. But yeah, that's my path, man.
So you get to St. Francis. So you play 2 years there.
Yeah, I get to St. Francis that first year. The coach that gave me the keys, and you know, he just let me run the team. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get through a lot of like animosity because they like, damn, like coach on his dick or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, this nigga like, and I had to like prove myself all over because I'm not a New York dude. All these other dudes from New York, they on the team. The ones, the starting point guard, like again, I run into the starting point guard thing. Like, so now I'm coming in, Ryan Arnold, his cousin John Arnold was the point guard. So now the team is mine. Like, he ain't starting no more. He started all last year. You know what I'm saying? So now he's backing me up. So it was a little, and then once I showed them like who I was, I'm like, yo, man, roll with me, man, getting this whip. You know what I'm saying? So like it took that though, like initially to, you know what I mean, to get us where we like to get them to just like buy into who I was as a leader and as a point guard. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Come on, follow my lead. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And I averaged like 15 and 8 that first year. You know, coach had another kid, and then he he was like, oh, I got another job coaching opportunity in North Florida. So he did what was best for him. We got a guy that came in that was like a strength and conditioning guy, wasn't even a coach from UNLV. Like, he came from UNLV, and he was coaching us. He wanted me to just be like, come down, set the plays up or whatever. That's not my game. Like, what I mean? He kind of like he just wanted me to just like set the offense up or whatever. Like I'm spontaneous. I'm a playmaker. I penetrate. I create. Whatever. He didn't want me to do any of that. So my scoring went from 15 to like 11. Like it was just like it was a rocky situation. Like what I'm saying. I wasn't happy. What I'm saying. I was really losing the love for the game. But I kept playing hard for my team or whatever. But it wasn't the same. So then we had like a 500 season, like or whatever, in the Northeast Conference. We did okay. We played against FDU. They beat us in the semifinals, and so then after that, they had the little overseas tryouts and all of that. What I'm saying? So I was blessed to get a get a look in DR. What I'm saying? Like I played there 2 seasons. This was like from 94 to 95, 95 to 96. So I was home that summer, and I had in the car with with a teammate, friend or whatever, and I had got shot in the leg. So that kind of like I had a rod in my leg, 2 pins, I got a screw on my hip. So the professional thing, like on that level, was like, what I'm saying, it was a little hard because I had to do a lot of rehab.
Okay.
But as far as the Branchwood Park, the whole the summer pro league, I still was going at next. What I'm saying? I was just like, I had more to prove after that. So that was another obstacle that just like fueled my, it just added fuel to the fire, what I mean, for me to go even harder.
And even for you to continue to still play, I mean, that says something in itself too.
Yeah.
After, getting shot and everything else here. I'm sure you hear the whispers probably, you ain't got it no more, you a step slower, but
yeah.
I think you might have proved a few people wrong in that respect.
And that's why, when it came off the rim and I went and grabbed it and I was holding it, what I mean? Yeah, what I'm saying? That was personal. It was personal.
Now
I had a lot of things that, what I'm saying, just made me hungry. And and I'm grateful for it. I would change the fact of getting shot, but nothing, nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm grateful for, my experiences.
And even with that being said, as far as when you knew it was over, I'm saying to stop playing and slow down a little bit here, man. What you wind up doing the rest of your life here, as far as up to this point?
So right now, I was originally I got with the city of Newark. I was working at the Shani Baraka basketball camp. We had that for the summer. That's the mayor's sister. That was in a domestic violence situation. She lost her life. Yeah. So we have a resource center in the city that's dedicated to domestic violence. So they have a summer camp. For kids from 8 to 17, and we teach. Skills and drills. What I'm saying? That's where I originally got into the city. I work for the city of Newark. I got into the city through the Avenue. Now I've moved over to the Office of Violence Prevention and Trauma Recovery. I'm an outreach supervisor. We assist, all our people that's been a victim of any violence with resources. So if you've been a victim of a shooting, domestic violence, a stabbing, we contact you. Help you with housing, relocation, mental health counseling, whatever resources you may need. I have a team of workers now that I supervise. So we mentor. We have a mentorship program. We have programs to where we had a Safe Summer Academy where we hired 130 kids for the summer. To keep them off the streets because if they're idle, they're gonna get into things. And in the city of Newark, all our crime is committed from the ages of 12 to 17, the offenders of these crimes. So if we don't have rec centers open, if we don't have small fry leagues, and that's what shout out to OG, what I'm saying, over at the Zoo Crew. He's doing a phenomenal job with assisting our youth, with keeping them active and keeping them, giving them things to do and helping them to see that college is an option. You don't have to be somebody out here doing committing illegal acts. So at the same time, from a different lens and from a different end of the spectrum, We're doing some of the same work. And, I commend him for that. His 25-year anniversary just came. So, that's a great thing right there. That Zoo Crew League. And matter of fact, they're playing basketball here, and my softball league is at the same field.
At the
So,
same spot.
that's again a good thing. So it's always a good turnout on the weekends. So that's what I'm doing now. So, I just hope to like kind of branch off and do like, some other things, what I'm saying, individually
Okay.
with the skill set that I've honed. And, me just being a person that wants to give back to my community. I feel like any damage that I committed in what I'm saying, in my community, I want to repair it. And I feel like, collectively, we can make a difference. That's why, like, when I wake up every day, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I go out to try and make a difference. You know what I'm saying, to help one kid daily. You know what I'm saying. I think we'll change the complexion of our community, and that's what I strive to do. So that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying. Thankful for the mayor Ras J Baraka for opening our office and seeing that like public safety is just not a police issue.
Right.
You have to have people in the community that know the community, that can speak to the community, that can assist them in other ways that the police can't. And that's what my office does.
Now, even for you to grow up in North, some people be like, yo, I'm out, I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
For you to just still be there, doing things here, man, that's got to be a special feeling.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's a surreal feeling when I'm able to help any of our youth.
Yes.
Any of the women in our community that kind of have fatherless children, that don't have positive role models in their children's lives. I feel like it's important that, what I'm saying, we attempt to make a difference. We can't help, every situation, but for everyone that we do, that's a win for the city. That's a win for our culture.
That's right.
And, what I'm saying, I just feel like this is what I was put here to do. Because it's not like I wake up and it's a chore, it's a job. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy assisting people. And when I figured that out, because I volunteered for the job for like 4 months, and I was going to another job at night to drive a forklift, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like ironic that this was my calling. I realized that early on, and I was just like, yo, and I met my fiance at the job. So it's just like, yeah, man, this was it, though. It was the best decision I could have ever made.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely here. Like, and we talk about even circling back with the whole sports thing here. Like, what is sports giving you that sticks with you to this day?
I think sports is giving me like what sticks with me with sports is brotherhood. I've met some phenomenal gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, that like became some of my closest friends. Like I said, I'm about to get married next May. Some of them at my wedding. Lifelong friends like Mike and John, they'll be there. It's just that's the most important thing, like for me with sports, and determination, and like never giving up, and like always believing in yourself. For me, if I didn't believe in who I was and my abilities, I would have been gave up. I would have just said, I'm not, like, I had 2 years to just say, oh yeah, this ain't for me.
That's right. And
to be that resilient after 2 years of working a 9 to 5 and still, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and make a difference. And yeah, that takes a lot for any man to be beaten down the way I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah, you ain't good enough. And for me to be like, oh, nah, I really am. You know what I'm saying? And to prove it. Like, yeah, that gives me the most joy right there. Because I know that the naysayers, like for me, like I've always been a guy, I was like, oh, everybody always had that, whatever. Because I was a little different, red hair, freckles. So I dealt with all that too, though. You know what I'm saying? So my whole little thing was, it was all negativity. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing positive that came my way. And then when it really started coming that way, I was like, oh, what's your angle? Like when people really start saying positive things to me,
like, yeah, something more to
what's
it.
going on? Like, right, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought they had an angle. I thought it was like, oh man, so what's next?
I gotta ask this. I'm probably gonna forget to ask this. You brought Mike up, man. How was it just playing with Mike?
Mike Boyd?
Yeah.
Yo, the crazy part of it, right, was you know, him and John, they was in the backcourt at
Right,
Hawthorne.
right,
Mike was a junior, John was a senior, so Mike
right.
went to Oak Hill.
Mm,
And it was so me and John, we already had Champlain. We had the JUCO.
mm-hmm,
Don't look like Mike gonna get his 700. Don't
mm-hmm,
look like he gonna get the 700 so he could go to West Virginia. You feel what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So we thinking that he coming up there with us. So we like,
Okay.
man, nobody gonna get the ball up court. You know, Mike played D like I played D. So we catching people 94 feet. We always say 94, like that's our little thing. So we
Mm-hmm.
pick you up baseline to baseline. And it was phenomenal playing with him because Mike was an athletic one. Like I was an athletic one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Mike was, you know what I mean? They was calling him elevator boy because he was, you know, man, how he would elevate. And then I was like, wow. And he was like, yo, we played. Okay, I know you remember the Elmwood Park College League.
And
Yeah,
we'll
at the
yes.
college league. So Mike was who he was. He was playing in the pro league before we was playing in the pro league because Hatari had the team up there. We all played for them. Well, we was in the college league, me and John. Mike was in the pro league already with the big guys or whatever. So Mike was at the game watching us play. Boom, I'm driving down the court. Somebody riding me down the court, right? And I stopped. I just dumped on him backwards. Boom. I went and got my book bag and I got my car and drove off, right? He like, who was this nigga, bro? I got to play with him. Yo, man, yo, who was that? Like, and so, like,
Let me ask you. So you bang back. You just bounced. You just left.
yeah, because
After that,
they ain't know that I had a summer class when I was at Champlain. I had to take one class to graduate so I could go to St. Francis, right? So they don't know that, oh shit, I got to go to class. So I had a class at Jersey City State.
okay.
I grabbed my bag and left to go to class. Like he didn't know that. Nobody knew that. You feel what I'm saying? So except for my coach, because he knew what time I had to leave. But that's how we instantly became friends. Like, you know what I mean? Then we start playing together. He like, yo, man. And me and him and John, we trapping, we pressing. This is on a pro level in the summer league. They like, who these young niggas? Yo, they used to be mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Tony Georges and them, they used to be mad as hell. Like, why these little niggas pressing and all that? I'm like, that's a great experience, man, to play with those guys because their energy was my energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you got it, like, guys that think the way you think defensively, because defense leads the offense. And that's how, like, they was coached and I was coached. And then, like, together, like, so that was a three-headed monster. Just think on a pro level, outside or inside Orange, you know, Jim, the three of us at a guard, me, John, and Mike Bull. Like, that was just crazy.
Yeah, nah, it sound like it, man. Wish I could have seen some of that. Yeah, nah,
yeah,
it
that was
like
crazy, man.
Now, what I do on the back end of these joints, man, I just like have some fun with some random, not so random questions, put you on the spot a little bit. All good? Cool, cool. When in the whip here, do you prefer the Parkway or the Turnpike?
I take the Parkway.
Take the Parkway?
I take the Parkway. The Turnpike, they got them buses, they got them trucks on there, they got they bullies on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I take the Parkway.
Valleys or British Walkers?
Ooh, British. I'm gonna take the Britishes, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep it with some kicks here since you talked about the cons or the Converse or Dunks.
Dunks, definitely Dunks.
Okay.
Unless they the weapons though. If you get the Converse weapons from that, remember those?
I know. Talk about
yeah.
That was a crazy. All of them: Bernard King, Magic,
Larry,
all of them.
Larry
Bird, Isaiah,
and the Magic Edition.
Yeah, I remember. Swing you back, Dr. J's, and I'm gonna change the name to the original name, Dr. J's or Bambergers.
Ooh, Bambergers, man. I'm gonna go Bambergers, man. Like, hey, that's the origination of everything, man. Bambergers, man. McCorby's, Bambergers, like
Corey's,
yeah, bro.
Nah, absolutely here. I know you ran with Mike and John and the rest of these guys here, man. So you prefer block party or club?
A block party. I'm really not like a club guy.
Okay.
I don't like crowds. Like, you know, even to this day, like my fiance be like, oh, you gotta be more social, you gotta be whatever. But I'm always like analyzing the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those persons, you know what I mean? I'm one of those people that just analyze the room. And not so much as anti-social, but more shy than anything. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's a difference. I feel like I'm not standoffish, but I'm just shy until I get to know you.
Okay.
So I'd rather be at a block party to where is it now, something going on, they dancing. a few drinks is going on, and it's a loose environment. The club is just like you can't hear nothing, you can't talk to people. Like, yeah, I prefer the block party.
With this whole 50 years of hip hop here, being a North guy, man, I'm gonna leak it over to EO a little bit here. Redman or Tretch?
Ooh, Redman.
Red.
I'm gonna say Red. You know what I mean? Tretch had his, he had his run. You know what I mean? He influential as far as the 50 years. I mean, don't get it twisted because they got iconic songs. They got iconic songs.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna say Red. I'm gonna say
All
Red.
right.
Yeah.
Symphony Hall and the Pack.
Oh man, yo, Symphony Hall of the Pack. I'm gonna say the Pack. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say Symphony Hall because I had my 8th grade graduation at Symphony Hall. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The Pack, I don't go there on Thursdays anyway, so like that, it ain't really. I say Symphony Hall because it has a richer history. They just remodeled it. We're about to have a Artists Against Violence showcase there. That's sponsored by my office. So yeah, I'll say Symphony Hall. Yeah, they look into it.
I might get you in trouble with this one here. Raz Barack or Sharp James?
I'm gonna say Raz because my office wouldn't exist.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to be the mentor and you know what I'm saying, the positive role model that I'm consistently being at this point.
Okay.
You know, with the Sharp James era, he did a phenomenal job for our city. A great job for the athletics, the teams. He was a great supporter. So you know, what I mean, I'm gonna say Raz because I'm biased because you know how he changed the complexion of my life.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Talking about playgrounds here, favorite playground to play at?
My favorite playground player.
No, favorite playground to play at. You, the player.
Oh, the Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Green Acres down the Hole because it was like, you know, I'm from up the hill. I'm from the number blocks. You know, that's down in Howard Street, Prince Street.
Yes.
You know, all you know what I mean. And typically guys from up my way didn't go down there to play for whatever reason. Like I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't know because it was guys before me. I don't know, it was a fear factor. Like I don't know what it was, but I went down and I was still the same bully that I was, and you know, it was phenomenal experience. I got to see guys betting on games. I actually bought my first car from playing down there. So yeah, phenomenal experience, man. Yo, I swear, phenomenal experience, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bad Boys. That was the squad I was on, man. Yeah, man. KJ, Reg Lowe, you know, Big Smiley, you know what I mean? Rest in peace. You know, Raouf was our coach, you know what I'm saying? Ronald Twitty Water was on that squad. Dewey, like we had a squad. Yeah, we had a squad. Big Eyes, Big Meek, you know, Demetrius, he went overseas. I had a great career, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
sometimes the game was just a sideshow sometimes down there, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, folks was on the court while you playing, so you bumping into people like, so you couldn't you cross somebody over and bump into a guy on the court. Kabubi was down there selling the lollipops. Yeah, that was just a great experience for me coming from up the hill.
Yes.
From a whole different environment. Like I saw that people like genuinely gravitated to that environment, and I wanted to be in that. I've never experienced that. That was it for me. I was like, every time we, you know, whatever, yeah, I'm going down the hole. Like that was it for me. Even just to go watch games after that, you know. And I never was a person that just showed up to watch anybody else play, you know, because I never, you know, because my whole thing was like, yeah, he ain't do it against me. You know, folks were like, yeah, man, he was killing. He had 30 last night, not against me. You know, that was my whole mentality. So that fueled me to be like defensively, like, yo, I'm gonna shut this guy down.
So, first time you ever dunked?
First time I ever dunked was in a game. And again, the first time I ever dunked, we played at Central. I dunked in the layup line. You know, I was in practice, be playing around with it, like whatever. I dunked in the layup line, and so some of the guys that was on my, you know, my whole football team was there. They're like, oh yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get one in the game. I'm gonna get one in the game. So boom, you know, I got a steal, got the breakaway, went up, the one hand dunk, banged it. And that was the game that, you know, when in Newark, we used to have cable vision. We used to have games on cable vision. And I had 19 assists that game. That's second to only Troy Chandler at Barrington. Troy had 20.
Yeah, and I think Troy told me he had to correct you. Jokingly, he was. I guess when I was chopped it up with him for a quick sec, because the whole assist record, because you
No, I
had
said
this.
Troy had
Troy
22.
got it. Got you.
I
Got
had
you.
19. No, I said
Okay.
second to Troy.
Second. Got you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I said Troy had 22. I had 19. Second.
Got you. Got you.
So
Okay.
in that game, I had 14 points but 19 assists. But what
Mm.
I'm saying is like, so you got free cable for a year. Like, you know, when cable vision was back then. So I was like, yeah, mom, we ain't gotta pay no cable for a year. That was a great moment. I was able to help the house out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah, that was
Speaking of
dope.
dunking here, a body you remember catching?
Oh, two. I caught two bodies and then they resonate in my brain like all the time. I senior year we playing at West Side. It's the end of the third quarter. I'm coming down. I spin off on the guard. I go down the lane. Their center, he about 6'5". He come over. I bang it on him. And our whole section, because nobody on our, like I said, we had the 6'3" center. I was the only one that was dunking, you know, as the point guard. So our whole section just came on the floor. We got a technical foul, all of that. I'm like, wow, man, we just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that. And then dunking on Anthony Avon. Like we was in a pro league up in Orange. It came off the rim. He was under there. I just grabbed it on top of his head and just dropped it. He like, damn, Red, for real, man. That's what you gonna do me from down the hill. Man, I don't want to hear that, man. You had to get it. You know what I'm saying? You had to get it. But yeah, those are the two that just resonate in my mind at this point.
Yeah. But Behringer or St. Francis?
Champlain.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna say Champlain.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm saying, I was there my freshman year, I had 23 dunks. My sophomore year, I had 35. So it was just like I morphed into the player that I was.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, and St. Francis was kind of like, wasn't the experience that I wanted it to be like that because of that senior year. But yeah, I would say Champlain.
Okay. Okay.
Champlain.
I know you talked about, I'm not sure if this answers this question. That's that big night over in the pro-am, but the best game you ever played in your life?
Best game I ever played in my life.
On any level, on any level. Does something stick out?
I'm gonna say it was probably it's two nights because one of them was defensive and another one was offensive. It was that night when I had the 72 points. Just because I didn't set out to do that, like it just happened. Like I was rolling, and you know, I had 45 points to end the third quarter. Not even thinking about like, you know, we just balling. And you know, they got me the ball, like, you know, to get that record. And then the other one was St. Francis when we played Seton Hall. Terry DeHare, you know, that was my assignment. And you know, he projected first round pick, you know, all of that. And I'm defending him. I hold him to 12 points on like 6 of 22 shooting, and you know, and I had 18 to 12. Like, so yeah, that was it for me right there. Like for me they chase you around, they was doing double screens, like all tech to get him open so he could shoot the rock. And yeah, I was in his chest all night. And then for me to still be effective on the other end for my team, that was probably my most complete game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like offense, defense, you know what I'm saying? If you want to put it in perspective, you know, that probably was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did you have a go-to move?
Go-to move. Like I said, I never was real flashy. Like my thing is, like, and then like I started the post-up game, like, you know, with our post guards up, all of that, you know what I'm saying? So my go-to thing was like basically what side you shading me to. Because my first step was that. I get like it's on you. You dictating like what I'm gonna do. Like if you over here trying to force me somewhere, my left hand was stronger than my right, and I'm right-handed. Because remember, I had broke my hand sophomore year at the school. So all summer, all I could do was just work on my left hand.
Okay.
So going into my sophomore year at Champlain, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, folks didn't know that. So like they shade me to the left, and now I'm in the rim. Like I took that one step, I'm already there. You know what I'm saying? No, I really didn't have like a go-to move.
Okay. Okay.
Nah, I can't say that I did though. Nah, no go-to no.
Best team you ever been on?
Wow.
It could be summer league, could be college, could be with little league. I don't know. Best team you ever been on?
The best team I've ever been on. Damn. That's it. And I'm gonna say my sophomore season at Champlain.
Okay.
Because we had like from top to bottom, we had D1 talent. We had a 7-footer that was coming off the bench.
Mm.
So yeah, man, that's the best team I've been on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Mm.
Hands down, that's the best team. And oh wow, man. And I played on, like I said, when I played in Branchville, you know what I'm saying? I was on the team with Mason, Speedy Williams, all those guys, Conrad McCray. I was on that squad and was the go-to guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which would be weird to somebody who didn't see me play.
Right.
That I had Mason dropping me the ball in the box. But at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna say that squad. Because all around, like we had Al Grant at the 3, John at the 2. And then we had the kid, Gary Lancaster. He was from New London, Connecticut. The kid, Will Lasson, 6'10". We had him, you know, at the 5. And off the bench, we had 6'7", 6'8", 7'2". And we had Chucky Martin coming off the bench who was supposed to probably sit me down in the eyes of people because he went to Rice High School. Then he went to St. Raymond's. You know what I'm saying? He ended up being a coach. Like he was coaching at like a couple of schools, Marist. He coached at Kentucky. You know, he was supposed to come in like that elite guy, you know, those New York guys. And I'm just Lynn Smith. I ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, until he get there and he see, like, nah, man, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that, man. I'm not sitting down for nobody. Like, you know, at that point, like, that was my energy and I exuded that when I came on the court. So.
During your era, or just in general, your all-time North starting 5.
Wow.
You can make it positionless.
All-time North starting 5. And you know, it's different because I saw all eras though. Okay. I could give you my top guards, my top 5 guards in there. And then I could just give you like, because I feel like there's been some players like, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Wow, top 5. That's hard, bro. Like as far, all right, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna go into the.
Oh, you want to just do your era?
I can't. I'm gonna do 5 overall, and then I'm gonna do my era.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Mo Layton. I'm gonna go with Luke Brimsley. I'm gonna go with Edgar Jones. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Randy Franks. Yeah. You ain't think I knew this. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Vernon Hatton. I don't know if you know Vernon.
No, I don't.
Yeah, assassin.
I don't.
You know what
okay.
I mean? Like Sugar Ray Richardson. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vernon Hatton too. Okay, that's my 5. Just like outside of my era, and then like I'm gonna go in my era. Like so, I'm gonna go with who's unstoppable, bro. Just ignore me, like. I'm gonna put myself in that category. To be honest with you, I'm gonna put myself in that category, right? In my era was the era of the guard. It wasn't even about no big man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just name 5 guards that I respect to the utmost that we banged out against, like Dennis Leonard. I'm gonna look at Elijah Allen. I'm gonna look at Lance. I'm gonna look at Smooth Sales. Yeah, my guy Kais. Kais wasn't like somebody that went all the way to college and all that, but he got at Joker's throats. Like, you know what I mean? Joker came from jail, and you know what I mean, whatever. And Eddie Williams, like I said, he the most phenomenal player that I've ever played with. So he definitely in that category right there. I'll take myself out and I'll put him in there. So yeah, that's my five. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I already had Randy Franks and all of them in that category because they did it and I watched them do it. And then now I'm gonna look at the new generation.
Okay.
You got Cat Eyes, you got Booby, you got Corey Chandler, you got Keon, you got he just went across my tongue, man. Yo, you got Mel Credit too. You know what I mean? Problem Child, Mel Credit from A Street. You know what I'm saying? That's my father, the new era right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's who I respect. And that's who I see, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I had a t-shirt and I put jokers on it, they on that shirt.
They on that shirt.
Yeah. There's a lot of other jokers I don't respect like that, but I look at it like that.
You best to ever come out of Badger?
You know, that's up for debate though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who you talk to.
Talking to you.
No, talking to me. I don't want to. Nah, I need to see. I'm not a. I'm
But
not.
you could push the humble pie to the side for a second if you want.
Who?
The humble pie, you could put that to
No,
the
but
side.
what I'm gonna say to you is, I can't say that if I said Eddie Williams the best person that I ever played against. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Or with. So that's different, right? So, and with that being said, from humble beginnings to where I ended up, yeah, I feel like I am. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I feel like other people was projected to be whatever, like, you know, like Jerry went to DePaul and you know, Troy went to, you know, to the Black College, whatever, phenomenal job, man. I mean, I respect my big brothers like to the utmost. I definitely respect them to the utmost. I really can't say that I was better. Like, I feel like I maximized my talent. I'm gonna put it to you like that. You know what I mean? I'm one of the greatest to ever come out of Barringer. I can say that. I can say that part, but I can't say I'm the best. I can't say that, you know what I mean? Because equally everybody did what they did once they left the high school, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like from where I was at, not playing, and then like now I'm a JUCO All-American, I'm here, like, you know what I mean? I'm in the national championship and all that. Like, folks can't say that they did that. You know what I'm saying? You might have went where you went, but the top half of that, and then have scoring, and then have scoring records and 10, 12 pro league championships, and you know what I mean, to be blessed to, you know, get some pro money. Like, you can't, like, you know, it's a lot of they can't say that. You know what I'm saying? That's just being honest, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, that's just being honest. You know, me and Troy, we've been, you know, talking a lot, you know what I'm saying, about you know, some other things. Like, he's trying to assist me with some things, you know what I'm saying?
Good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we built those friendships. We played against each other at a point in time. And then, you know, I wasn't Lil Red no more. Like, you know, they understood my growth. You know what I mean? And I earned that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was Lil Red, then I just turned into, like, you know what I'm saying, that problem. I'm a headache now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, most definitely. Yeah. And speaking of which, what's the best part about being Lynn Smith?
The best part about being Lynn Smith. The best part, I mean, just being a father, grandfather now. Like, I got 3 grandsons. Just, you know, being a fiance, being a man, like, in a great space. Like, Lynn Smith is in a great space. I'm not yeah, man, like meeting a phenomenal woman and just put me in a great head space and have me looking towards a beautiful future. Like, yeah, that's the best part about being Lynn Smith, bro. Like, it's like my future. Like, you know, whatever existence I still have on this earth. And living it with her and my kids and my family, like, that's everything to me, man. Like, that's why I wake up every day. Looking, like, you know, pushing away aside all other problems and, you know, dealing with our community and their issues and being able to, like, you know, control mine. Yeah, that's how I'm able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Having a phenomenal support system with my family, my mom, you know what I'm saying, who I love to death. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he's down in Atlanta. My sister's back in Jersey. Just, I don't know, you know, and I'm the middle child. So, you know, I kind of had a little, you know, I kind of caught it from both ends. You know what I'm saying? Take your little brother with you. Now go with your sister. Like, you know, it was one of those. So to find my own identity into the man that I am today, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself. I really am.
Yeah. How about best part about being a father?
Best part about being a father, man, is helping to direct and see that growth in both of my sons. You know what I'm saying? Just to see like from here to them being great men, you know what I mean? And having their own sons and seeing a phenomenal job that they do with them. Yeah, man, that shows me that, I did a good job as a dad, you know what I'm saying? And that's so important to me. Like I said, I was raised by a man that wasn't my biological father. So
Right.
I take fatherhood personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a duty to us. And some folks don't look at it like that, you know what I mean? So, my life could have been different, you know what I mean, without, you know what I'm saying,
That's
my
right.
brother's dad stepping in and, you know what I mean, showing me how to put my hands up, how to tie my sneaker, like just how to be a man, you know what I'm saying? It's simple things, it's small things, you know what I'm saying? So for me as a father, I took that personal, taking my sons to football practice, with everything that they were interested in, and to push them for greatness, you know what I'm saying? That's my biggest achievement as a father.
Yeah, most definitely. Here, you gonna sneak in there. Hopefully, get you a girl in there, get your granddaughter or something. I know you got the boys and
Yo, I
two
don't know what
grandsons.
they got in store for me, man. Whatever they got, I'm here
Yeah,
for it. And yo, you feel me? Because I know
yeah.
my oldest son, Quan, he probably he probably gonna make something shake. But my youngest son, Devontae, he got his little man, and he's grooming him. He's athletically inclined. He pick up any ball. He shoot. He's 3. He's shooting basketballs.
Okay.
He got the bat in his hand. So we about to get him in the T-ball ASAP so he can do the baseball thing because he's at all the softball games. That's my son I'm playing against on Sunday in the championship.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we can
he
redo
got it
that
honest.
theory.
Yeah, nah, little man got it honest. It sound
Yeah,
like he got it
yeah, he
honest.
got it. He
Yeah.
definitely got it there. Definitely got it.
Book on your life. What would you call it?
Book on my life. Hmm. Never give up.
Mm.
Never give up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Once you told me I wasn't good enough, I could have just said, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? College ain't for me. Athletics ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, the people that matter the most don't think I'm good enough to play on that level. You know what I'm saying? I could have just said, hey, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? And my little my moniker is playground legend. So you know what I'm saying? That's who, you know what I mean? That's who I feel I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm a playground legend, you know what I'm saying? Because I took it to a whole nother level. Somewhere
Yes.
people never thought I would have been, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm proud of that.
Most
That
definitely.
can't anybody that laced them up against me said that like I feared anybody. I wavered. If you was an NBA player, just came from overseas, I didn't care what your name was. I went at you like, you was some kid right there in A Street Playground. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had that pit bull mentality.
Yeah. Who's speaking of that, just to ask, your toughest guard? If
For me to guard,
somebody just gave you fits, if they did at all.
yo, who really was so difficult to defend was Marshall Gregg. Like I said, I played like the off guard slot for us, and he's 6'6". He had the Michael Jordan look, the game, all that. He just like shoot over me, like you know what I'm saying. I'll push him out. I do everything I can. And Herman Austin too. Herm had the in and out. Like my thing was like, don't make you not making me look bad. Like, so I'm saying, like, yeah, Herm was a tough guard too. Like, yeah, for me to cover him, yeah, that was a tough one. The two of those guys, just because Herm's speed was his quickness was so deceptive at his size. Like, Herm's 6'3", 6'4", you know what I'm saying? So it's like, whoa, he was a blur. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those two guys. Overall, of anybody that I had to really defend, yeah, those two guys.
Yeah. Now, with this point in your life, this where you at in your life here, what would this Lynn Smith tell that 17, 18-year-old senior in high school, Lynn Smith? What advice would you give him?
The advice I would have gave him was just work harder.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I worked harder, like I was league. If I worked harder, I had a more consistent jump shot. I was NBA caliber talent if I had a more consistent jump shot. There was nothing else in my game that wouldn't have had me on that level. So I would have worked harder. Like I felt like once I got where to this a level, I stopped working. And then situation happened with me getting shot. Like so that kind of like my confidence was it took a hit. So at the same time, I just would have said work harder, work harder. That was the only thing, what I'm saying? Like, don't settle, work harder, what I'm saying? Because I feel like at some point I settled. Like, yeah, man, I'm here now. And there was another level for me to get to, but I never thought I would achieve that level. So for me to get to there, like I was content.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing, like, I would just say work harder and just, keep getting better though. You know what I'm saying? And I thought like, man, I was where I needed to be, and clearly I wasn't. So that was the only thing.
Yeah. Now the incident you getting shot here, has that since then it always been a constant reminder to you, like anything can go down? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely. So so in my daily life, I always reflect upon that.
Okay.
And I in my daily movements, I'm more cautious of the people that I'm around, the people that what I'm saying, that I put in my company, the people that I consider friends. Yeah, it gave me trust issues because um I was told, oh, it's nothing, everything's okay. And you knew there was an issue going on. You should have just said that. Like I could have removed myself from the issue.
Right.
That would have been my choice to do so. And you didn't do that. So for me, like, yeah, that played a part with my trust for a long time. So I'm over that now, So, it's water under the bridge to be, so to speak. But
Okay.
yeah, that definitely like affected me mentally. I had counseling. I talked to some people like with my job. They had like healing circles, and I was able to like unleash some of those traumas from my childhood. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important because we have them, and we think it's normal. These are real traumas that you have to get out of your system before you can become your best you.
That's right.
So yeah,
That's right. Couple more, man. Being from Newark, what does it mean? What's that mean to you?
being from North that means like we're resilient, we're hungry, we're people that can make anything happen. Because I mean, like in our environment, uh, you from North, you can survive anywhere. That's just real. Like what I mean, you could adapt to surroundings, but people can't come to North and survive. Like that's the difference. That's just a North thing. Like what I mean, we you could send us anywhere and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing about a North person. Like, we could be in Colorado and what I'm saying, we down there, we blend right in with everybody. That's the only thing we did.
And my last one here, what mom said about you?
Um, what my mom said about me. I'm a mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? Out of my brother and sister, like I took on a lot of my mom's characteristics and traits. As far as cooking, as far as my mom called me earlier today. I was at work. Oh, you busy? I'm at work. She said, "Oh, you busy?" I'm like, "No, I'm not busy, Mom." She wanted me to ride with her to pick up a part for her car or whatever. So, she'd say that I'm always there for her. I'm a phone call away. My brother and sister would say I'm her favorite. You know what I'm saying? They would say that, but at the same time, I feel like I'm just there. Like, I'm here. When she needs me, I'm there. Like I'll drop anything for my mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just um grown Black woman, man. Responsible for me being like a well-rounded man. You know what I'm saying? I can cook, I can clean. Yeah, like, what I'm saying? And well though, I cook well. What I mean? I'm able to wash my own clothes. I keep a clean house. And I'm gonna be respectful of my woman because my mother was the first woman that I ever loved and unconditionally and know I would never stop. So I see so many characteristics and traits in my wife to be that my mom shared, they share. Like that's what kind of drew me to her though, you know what I'm saying? Just being strong-willed, not afraid to speak her mind. I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that in a woman that, you know what I mean? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm able to accept it though. But at the end of the day, tell me when I'm doing right as well.
That's right.
You need that positive reinforcement. And I think like, Yeah, that's a perfect balance. So, but my mother would say that, you know, I think she would say that she's proud of me, and you know what I mean, where I am at this point in my life. And yeah, I'm making a difference in the city of Newark. You know what I'm saying? So I think she's proud of me though. I think she would tell you that, you know. And if you sat down and asked her the same question, she was like, "Oh, I'm so proud of him." Tears might well up in her eyes too, because you know what I mean, like just feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Mhm.
it's a kid from the number blocks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Nah, Lynn, I just want to say thank you, man. And again, I hear stuff, in my travels or what have you, but just to have opportunity not only to just hear stuff, but to sit here, just hear a small bit of your world here, man. I really appreciate you doing this, and I thank you so much here. And again, like I said, the honor is all mine. I know you said the honor was yours, but no, it's completely mine. And thanks for just, like I said, sharing a little bit of your walk here. This means the world to me. So no,
Definitely,
thank you.
bro. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Thank you. And
Okay.
and hopefully, like I said, I know I say this to everybody, but I'm in Connecticut these days, so but everybody's back at the crib. Everybody's in Jersey. So
Yeah.
hopefully one of these days, I said one day I'm just gonna plan a big event with hopefully everyone that I've had convos with, man, be willing to come.
Yeah, that would be dope, bro.
I
Hey, yo,
keep
I'll
saying
go
I'm
up
gonna
on
do
the
that.
grill too. You know, I'm a grill master. So hey,
Yo, oh,
we
say
can have
no
a big
more.
cookout. Hey, yo. Yeah, that'd be
You
dope.
just gave yourself up here. So,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
said I keep saying I'm gonna do that. So I think I got good
Yeah,
intentions to do it.
make it happen, bro. I definitely would want to be a part of that. That's dope.
Cool. And with that
Okay.
being said, congrats on the wet and the bee, man. Have a
Thank you,
blast,
bro.
man. Enjoy it all.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. We'll talk. Peace.
Okay, all right, bro. All right, sound like
Walaikum assalam. The joys of doing this here, getting to meet individuals such as Lynn and everybody else here. So thank you so much, Lynn, for just sharing a little bit of your walk, man. Appreciate it a whole lot here. With that said, I'm just gonna step away. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.